And it's so subtle because you have to, you know, when you're actually looking at the nebula, you have to be at the right approach angle to see it. Too close when you drop out of Super Cruise. You know, when you're on approach to a nebula system or a nebula itself. Too close, you're inside it, you don't see it. Too far away, it just looks like a small cloud. But the way you actually see it, I've noticed, is when you're coming away from the star you're in on approach, fly a few light seconds away from the primary star you've just jumped into and point yourself at the nebula direction you're actually going at. Then you'll see it. I mean, that image there I've just linked, if you look very carefully, you know, with the actual iPad, you know, with the Windows pad or whatever it's fucking called. Look at the nebula in the background. You can even see a ghostly face in that nebula. Very, very cleverly done how they actually do the nebulas. It adds to the immersion because it gives you that sense, you know, like when you look at clouds and you can pick out objects and stuff by just looking at clouds on a clear day.
Yeah. I have a feeling we've talked about this before.
Maybe have, but I've had a couple of drinks, so fuck it.
It's a
My kids are away till the weekend. You think I'm not gonna fucking enjoy myself? Fuck that.
It's a deja vu, it's a glitch in Matrix.
Fucking room smells like a wood shop right now.
Does it sound like a knocking shop, did you say?
Knocking shop. That's a phrase I haven't heard in a long while.
I mean, you could probably convince Americans that a knocking shop is something to do with carpentry.
Yeah, you probably could, actually.
Hey, if people mix Mountain Dew with the racing fuel and they drink it, you can actually tell everything to the people.
But then again, you could also convince people to actually play Mario Maker that if they actually play their game designs.
Really?
Some people actually believe because they've played Mario Maker that they are actually now qualified game devs and they actually have applied for jobs.
I can imagine the job because like, so you are a game developer, what did you develop? Oh, Mario. What did you develop? Oh, some apps. That's it? Yeah. Do you know how 3D Max works? Nope. Do you know any other program which is 3D program? Nope. All I know is Mario.
And the first thing they're asking is, do you even know how Photoshop works? What's Photoshop?
What's this?
Some stupid post saying basically how people are actually applying for jobs at Nintendo now because they played Mario Maker.
I actually know how Photoshop works, kind of-ish. I'm not an expert at it, but I won't actually go towards, hey guys, I'm a good game developer.
When it comes to PC games, first thing I ask anybody who says, oh, I can do graphics for PC games, I went, really? What's a DDS? And they go, what?
What is a DDS?
DDS, modified plugin for Photoshop. Modified Targa files.
Yep, used for texturing.
And also for background imagery as well, for UI interfaces.
Yeah, everything literally.
Why? Because it's compressed and it's used in the game. You don't have to compile so much. It takes up less space.
Yep.
Nice.
That's like with video makers who go, hey, I make videos and I do YouTube stuff. How can I put this into the game? So are you familiar with Bink and Smack? And they go, what the fuck's that?
Really?
I've actually known people go, what the fuck's Bink and Smacker? I went, oh, that's easy. You just convert the file. Says, what kind of PC have you got? I went, dual core. Says, well, and is it dual core with how much memory? I went, about 6 gigs. I went, you'll be there about 36 hours doing a 2-minute video at high quality. Well, we don't mention the fact of handing it off to the GPU, of course, because that would be just too much for them to fucking handle.
I think I need to take some lessons from you guys actually to learn what and how to game develop and everything.
Game development's easy when you've got a small team who actually have worked on various things. So a lot of it is just actually a lot of game modifications, especially are just script, mostly script, and then just injecting the right places and things in the right places. Yeah. The Unreal Engine's also not a bad one once you've gotten past that one. An easy one to learn from, would you believe, is the Ironclad Stargate engine they use for Sins of the Solar Empire. Very easy to modify once you've actually gone into it.
That's a fun game. I just wish I
And
owned it.
one of my little nuggets that I was involved in, and how I learned to do, like scripting with Notepad, all with Notepad++ for the fucking script. And that was as well as the texture, which is DDS and Bink videos and all the shit I've just mentioned. Like I say, Sins of the Solar Empire, I helped out with Star Trek Armada 3 mod for that.
Sweet.
The other thing is, we made the game so fucking big, we had to actually bundle with it large addressable add-ons so you could use it with more than 2 gig of memory. My first mod I ever worked on, would you believe, was in 1996, and we took the Doom game. Yeah, you remember the plasma cannon?
Yep.
Yeah, we turned it into a penis firing spunk.
Not bad.
It was a college joke we were all working on. It's like, yeah, this thing looks like a dick fucking firing a load of jizz. Let's fucking turn it into a dildo.
So there are 2 planets which are metal rich and a lot of them high metal content worlds. Oh, right.
Oh man, it even goes back even further, Kicks. Yeah. Remember the you guys? Some of you guys might be old enough to remember the old Amiga and PC demo scenes. You remember when they used to have Assembly 96 and all that shit? One thing I used to love doing was with a few friends from college was all those little shitty demos, showing off what you can do with the tech. And I used to do most of the music for that, but we did one because we were just fucking college students, and it was the 90s, and we called it "Who Run Off with the Salt?" And we had one scene in there where somebody had used deluxe paint with a picture of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I actually did a piano piece, and and we had a piano piece that was part of the demo, and it was Arnold Schwarzenegger's dancing teeth. Yeah, we were pretty stoned back then.
Nice.
The sad part is after 2 years of doing that as fun at the college, we were then hired by the actual college and university we all went to actually do demo fucking presentations for the actual prospectus because we were so good at doing fucking stuff like that. Full fucking CGI, because some of them were, early, Adobe and all that lot, as well as with 3D Studio Max 4 before even the CS and MX and all that shit came out. Where on DX 266s, where to render a whole 1 minute scene, you needed a cluster of nearly 4 fucking DX32s, 266s to actually fucking render one 1 minute scene. Networked overnight as well. Yeah. And that's not even in HD. That was in what, 644 80K? Resolution. Sorry. And it took 4 machines overnight just to render a 1-minute scene. Exactly. That's why when I say, anybody who's been and smackering a video that they've made, which you can make with Adobe Premiere or Sony Vegas or even, Windows Movie Maker, turn it into a video that you can put into a game for, an intro video. The only problem you've got to get right with Bink and Smacker is the scaling of the video. Mm-hmm. See if I can find you one of my old videos that I actually did convert to Bing for my project. The original video is not even out anymore. I don't remember where I fucking stored this thing now.
Oh. What? Oh. So what I sent it to you, these are 2 planets which are metal rich in the system where I am right now. I go jump towards another system now.
All right, I could only find it on my Facebook, but this was a placeholder. This was a placeholder.
How much hull do you have left? $1.6G was it?
I was scouting one of the actual planets. I was scouting earlier kicks, one of the planets I was supposed to, and then I took one look at the gravity on it, and I went, "Fuck off!" 6.5 Gs.
Fuck that. No.
I scouted an alternative. I even put in my brief to Corbin saying basically, "Fuck that." On the return journey, a 6G planet? Fuck you. Yeah, Kicks, check that video out when you get a moment, as well as the rest of you. I wouldn't mind your feedback on that. Like I say, that video no longer is in the Armada 3 mod.
It's not opening.
It's not opening.
When I
It should
get
do.
back to
It
the
should do.
bubble,
It's
I want to
public.
go somewhere else.
The content is unavailable at this moment.
No,
That's
when I
unusual.
get to the bubble, there is a star region where there is one star system where a lot of explorers died because the angle of it where you drop out can insta-kill you.
You
But
should
that
be able
one-
to view. Sorry, go ahead first.
It's actually the system, it's biped knows where it is, but a lot of people try to get into it and it's really dangerous there. I believe so. No, not the planet. There is a system with the star systems in stars in it, and they're so close that if you come from a specific angle, you'll die. you have to know which angle is safe and which isn't, which is really hard because even the hit sinks, what I've heard so far, it's still dangerous. Oh well, maybe not yet. It's a good challenge for explorers. Oh, yeah, sure. Sorry, my wife. Sorry that I interrupted you.
I was gonna say that video should be available to you because it is publicly available.
Flight assist on.
Yeah, it's working only if you're logged in.
Flight assist on.
All right, that'll probably be it. Yeah.
Flight assist on.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind feedback on that if you guys actually do have Facebook accounts and you do want to check it out. It's a good video.
Flight assist.
So it's no longer in use, that one. It got replaced when we did Call to Arms, the subsequent upgrade.
Flight assist on.
I'm building it. Yeah.
This video was actually very cleverly put together because it had a static background with something else overlaid, and I just literally rotated the camera throughout the whole thing to give it that old Star Trek 2 style appeal.
Buddy joined your channel.
Hey, Robbie.
Bobby.
Hello. How are we all?
Healthy.
That's good. I'm just heading back down to Sag. Any SRV blow-ups? Good.
I'm pretty sure she doesn't like it that you're smelling. Fine.
I still have to get the reply of the Frontier. They still didn't send me anything so far.
One thing I like about my videos, it's nice having a decent voiceover actor actually on tap who owes me a shitload of favours. No, seriously, kids, check it out when you've actually got into a safe zone. You'll like that one. You might need to be logged. You might need to be logged in to actually view it though, because it is a Facebook video. It doesn't exist in the game anymore. And this was a placeholder.
Shortly before the onset of the Dominion War, the Alpha Quadrant was thrown into chaos. The subversive actions of the founders, the leaders of the Dominion, instigated mistrust between the Federation and its neighbors. Treaties and open hostilities became commonplace. A few select commanders were chosen to lead the fight, to claim back territory that was lost by any means necessary.
That was made in 2000 and, well, about 2 years, actually about 2 years ago.
The continuing threat to the Borg and the Dominion.
That video was replaced,
Galaxy now
incidentally,
competes.
when we did the final release with that. That 3D effect, by the way, that background, would you believe, is a 2-layer element. Don't play the second video yet. That background element where it's got the spinning stars was literally me in the game with the camera rotating one of the skyboxes round, and then I actually superimposed into it a generic stock star field, you know, for the stars coming at you, and then just layered it over the top. And like I said, that was the bloody placeholder for the 1.0 release. And then when we did the actual full release, we did this collaboration video because we had a lot of people who actually reviewed it. We were trying to get John Bailey, you know, Total Biscuit, involved because he actually reviewed the fucking mod, and I wanted him actually to be a part of it, but he was too ill at the time, you know, with his cancer. But he did say he would love to have done it. So I got people like TGN members like Captain Shack and his missus and Baron again. Even I'm in the fucking current video because we ran out of voices, so I had to fill in the last gap. Yeah, we put a lot of time and effort into actually getting all the skyboxes and everything done. In fact, the skyboxes were based on actual NASA astronomical observations from Hubble.
Well, the first video is okay for a project in development, but the second one is definitely as a video for a project like you already can play it, if you know what I mean.
Exactly, and that was the whole point. Yeah, like I say, the first video was a placeholder when we were doing the early beta release. The only reason it was a placeholder is because I kept saying to the guys who were actually leading the project, going, are we going to actually get some footage to actually do the fucking intro movie? Because I've got to take time to process this. And they went, oh, we'll leave it to the last bit. And they gave me literally a week to make a fucking placeholder. A week. So I came up with that placeholder, and then with the second one, I went, right, we're doing the fucking video from scratch. Get me some footage, get me all this, get all the voices together and stuff like that. And I actually had to coordinate all that shit myself. And I eventually spent 9 months making the second video. Because the second time around, I was like, I'm not doing this shit in a week, because it almost killed me, because I've got to deal with my kids, and you know, and I'm doing this for free. So it's like, this time around, I want the time to get it done right. The beauty about it is, if you watch the whole video, is it has an air of familiarity with it, with its style, because it's an intro and then a credits roll. There's a hell of a lot of people on it, because we credited every voice actor that's actually in the game. Even if we actually ripped it from the older games, because it's a mod, we actually credited them all. I mean, the hardest job on that project for me was actually doing the voiceovers for the heroes.
Buddy joined your channel.
Or even the anti-heroes, because things like the Cardassians or the Klingons and stuff. I swear to God, Robert O'Reilly, who played Gowron in Star Trek Next Generation, you know, big bug eyes from Star Trek, you know, the Klingon. He was annoying. He was annoying because I had to fucking go through hours and hours and hours of fucking dialogue from games, TV shows where there was no music in there, single it out, put it into there so it's like, I, Gowron, leader of the Klingon Empire and shit like that. I had to go through hours of that shit. By the time it was in the fucking mod, I never wanted to hear Robert O'Reilly's voice ever again in my life.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Hey,
Well, making my way to the waypoint. Well, I'm going to 10. I was late because I had to go this weekend, so I didn't have the chance to go to waypoint 9. So I'm going straight from 8 to 9 to 10. Sorry. Well, let's see. I don't know how far I am, to be honest. Let me tell you.
Hang on, waypoint 10's to 9 on a Wednesday? That's a little fucking quick.
I am around 2,000 light years away, so yeah, a couple of hours.
Don't get me wrong, on my little route, I am going to meet up with you guys at some point, but one thing is I'm 20,000 light years away.
Or Ryzen doing a fucking K and a minute. Yeah. I don't know how the fuck he did it, but he was like, I think I broke the game.
I'm looking forward to the next system I'm going into. It's a neutron star nebula.
Ooh.
Like I say, I'm scouting out some really nice points of interest for people to actually look out, as you know, for the return journey. And a neutron star with a fucking nebula around it. Its own micro nebula, by the way, just in that one system.
Yeah, I found myself going towards the top of the what I call the core, that sort of bubble area. I was at the very top. I was wondering why I was hitting black holes and neutron stars and nothing but. Then I realised I've actually got to go down 2 light years to get back to, well, to reliable fuel scoopable stars.
That's the one thing I always take into account on my little scout scout mission that I'm doing is that on this return route there are plenty of scoopable nearby stars, so you don't run out of fuel, but there are loads of points of interest. Because everybody, this is one thing a lot of new pilots, as you guys well know, they always fly in a straight fucking line. They never think to go up or fucking down. This return route takes you up and down on the return route, so you get a variety of things of point of interest, as well as scoopable stars, and totally unexplored stuff where you can actually cash in on your way in. Yeah. This route that I'm scouting will challenge you on your way back, but it's a lot of fucking fun.
What are you doing exactly?
Say again?
What are you doing exactly?
I'm actually scouting a return route, which I'm going to put towards Corbin Moran from the FGE, and then he will then target on Aramis and everybody in the Distant World staff as a potential way, as a route home for those who are actually joining the expedition who are new to exploration, for guide points.
Well, as for me, I'm very happy, to follow a group or to follow a expedition, because I'm really bad at making it on my own,
Well, the one thing with me when it came to I got up to waypoint, what was it, 4 or 5 when I last met up with you guys? Yeah, and I came to that conclusion at that point. It's like, I'm boldly going where every fucker's going already, so what's the bloody point? I may as well scout the return bloody route. And then Corbin came up with an interesting idea, and I thought, that's very close to the Distant Worlds route. I'll parallel it, I'll scout those out since I'm close to it, since nobody's been there, from any of us. Make a little report to, to Corbin and stuff like that, scout the areas out, meet up at Beagle Point, and then all that information will be available for people to do a return route if they want to follow that route. If they don't, follow their own route.
Sounds a good idea.
Yeah, pretty good.
Guys, question. After the last update, I have an issue with Galaxy Map when I'm planting the route. Sometimes I'm losing all the FPS and the game is unplayable at all. I need to restart.
Yeah, it's yeah, we all got that.
But what do you think it's doing? Is it doing a? That normally happens if. Yeah, it's doing a route plot. What the way I stop the route plot is just to click on the FSD boost. That instantly stops it. If you hit that button, it seems to just stop it.
Bingo, man. Bingo.
Thanks, I'll try.
And then you have to pick another, do that trick about, either picking one just before or doing the route thing in to find the right, number.
Personally, I hate the core.
I've just been right up to the top, waypoint 12, and I'm starting to come back in the core and get the problem.
Yeah, it's working. If it's unplayable, if it's very little FPS right now, just push the FSD boosts. And
Yeah,
it's,
if you go into the task manager and look at the the processor usage, you'll see them all maxed out while it's doing the calculation.
Well, anyways, it's working. Thanks.
Well, you have the trick for fastest calculation. You had it in the forum, I think. You have to take the amount of light years that you can jump, and then multiply it by a full number, and then use that distance to plot your way. For example, for me it's 975. If I hit the start that is 975, the calculation is like 10 times slower.
Yeah, that sort of works, but the one that they've got built into the Discord, they've got a route command, works slightly better because what it does is it takes distance from the galactic core, SAG-A, into account as well, with a little nerf factor on top, and that seems to work even better.
So how do I do it?
Well, are you on the Discord? Have you got Discord up?
I don't know what is Discord, man.
Okay. So Discord is our chat system. I could put a link, but I don't know how you get access to it.
Oh well.
There's the link in the TeamSpeak chat. There's the link to it, but I don't know. I just clicked on something on the forums and it let me straight in. But that was about 500 posts ago. I just posted in the chat the Discord link.
What's about Discord?
Okay, I'm checking it.
Do the second one.
Okay. And that way I will have access, or?
Yeah, and then that's the chat. You'll see the general chat room, which is where most people congregate. But
Do
there's
I
a
need
set
to
of
put
bot
my
commands you can type.
Do I need to put my number, my commander number, expedition number?
No, you don't really need to.
Honestly, it's just more of a hassle. People trying to find you.
You'll see in the
Okay, got
you'll
it.
see in the general chat a load of people type in route in, and that's the mechanism that they're using to try and find the right jump distance.
I can't see it. I don't think I'm doing it. I mean, I'm in the chat. I don't see what you say, man.
What chat group are you in? You're in
Access
general.
request.
Okay.
Yeah, you've got to get administrative request permissions to see Discord in there.
Yeah. Once you've got access, you'll be able to do it.
Okay.
That's why TeamSpeak's so much easier, because you can just ask someone and they're there.
Yeah.
None of this security bullshit, because it's just a waste of time.
Yeah, so the system I'm in right now, it has 2 metal-rich bodies. The system I am currently in has 2 metal-rich bodies close to next to each other. Well, they are not exactly close, but they are close compared to the previous system I was in. After I scan the system, I have to go offline for a while because I'm going to eat soon. I have to work tomorrow early, so I will go to sleep. Like, I won't be on today for way too much. And I almost slammed into the planet with the full speed.
Alright. No. It says to put the back panel on it, which is pretty much just a. But I plan on putting my
Mike?
desktop in here.
Did you ever play with Lego?
Yes.
How much did you play and how much could you make of it?
Is that what you're asking?
I think if you are stuck with this table that long, I think you are not even close to be good at Lego. You might have to redo it all over again.
Oh, I thought you said fucking Legos.
To me, a table is like Lego, with just like very hard mode a bit-ish.
Well, the thing is that it's saying put a back panel on it, but if I'm gonna be putting my desktop down there, no. I want that thing to breathe. Works.
Buddy disconnected from your channel.
An airplane? You found an airplane? I wonder how a world with 100% oxygen would be like.
Well, the Earth was like that not that long ago. We had insects the size of dogs. And there were a lot of fires on the woods.
A lot of fire? Oh yes, because high. Yeah, true.
Yeah, every storm made huge fires in the woods. That's why we have all the coal, you know, the coal mines and all that. We have them because of that era.
Oh, that's. Oh, no wonder then. I never thought about it. Oh, look at this. We have lovely birds here.
That moment whenever you look at the one part that you have, that's it.
We can hear you, Mike!
I have a piece of wood. It's fairly large, and I don't know where the fuck it goes.
Wow, you really should start play again, Lego. Use your imagination, pal.
If it breaks, it's my fault.
If it breaks, it's your fault.
Yay! I'm done.
After 300 years, he finally realized how to build a desk.
Fuck you.
Sorry, correction, 1,000 years. Light years. 1,000 light years.
Alright, well, I'm gonna turn off my desktop and move it over. I'm gonna turn off my desktop and move it over to my desk. Apparently sitting on a coffee table against my bed.